Hi everyone, welcome back to Lettuce Leaf. Today I thought I'd do a video on ways to decorate those smaller areas of your island that you might not have an idea of what to put there. I feel they can be quite difficult because sometimes they're awkward shapes or they're really small and you want to do something interesting but you're kind of like, well, what can I even put there? So rather than just put trees and flowers there like I usually do, I thought I'd give you some actual ideas of things that might look good for your island. The first one is a little music nook. So think about pianos in a train station or someone playing guitar at the side of the road, like on a high street or whatever. That sort of vibe, away from a concert, away from a studio. So I've done this one with a harp because I liked the whimsical idea of the harp, which is also why I've used this mush lamp with it, because the soft lighting just sort of brings it all to life a little bit. Because I've used a cherry tree, I have then gone with red flowers, and although the bushes aren't bloomed right now, they are also red. I have white flowers as well because they offset the mush lamp. I think a really easy way to make things look good is to tie in one or two colours and stick with it. So I've just thrown these flowers on the floor. I've also used this star clock. I kind of wish I'd gone for the white one, but I also like how the pink looks like a diffused red in a way. This looks great within the greens, but this also, you can make it fit with cherry blossom season, with the autumnal colours as well. I kept it really natural, really earthy still, but I think that's just my personal style of building. I also thought I would show you another way of doing this, so this time I just swapped out a couple of the things, threw in another mush lamp, and I did this one with a piano and a wild log bench. But yeah, idea number one. Our second one is a bus stop. For this one, I have paved out the area that I want the main focus of the bus stop to be. So this is just using one of the in-game paths. I have then grabbed a couple of the stalls because I wanted to make it look like that overhanging bus shelter that you would have the bench underneath. Although it doesn't hang over properly, I feel like it's close enough. Then I've just grabbed the OK Motors sign, which is a Pocket Camp item that you can get in this game if you link your Pocket Camp account to your New Horizons account. Grabbed a street lamp, grabbed a bin. I've gone with this iron and stone fencing. Obviously, if you have a different fencing on your island, go for that one. Go for no fencing at all. I just thought it fit quite well with the one I was building. Again, thinking back on that, like 2 or 3 colours to tie it in, the orange on the stalls matches the orangey red of the OK Motors sign, and then the bin and the fence and the floor, kind of all that cold grey colour. I also wasn't sure if my fence was lined up properly, because it really looked like one side was further forward than the other. I then just added some extra bits, like I dropped these leaves, I dropped this can, to mess it up a little bit. It was a little bit too perfect. I also moved some of the fencing because I was, like I said, I was quite unsure of it. And then Rudy came and joined us for the photo. He's so cute. Our third one is probably my favourite one. I am doing a reading/writing area. Rudy wouldn't actually move off that bench, so I've moved over and I'm just going to build again. This one is definitely partly inspired by my friend Jess's island, who has a writer's area/retreat. I'll leave it linked down below as well if you want to go look at her island, because it's really pretty. So to begin with, I just threw more patterns on the floor. It's usually the way that I start a build. Even if I'm not sure where I want each pattern, I'll just throw them down. If I don't like it as I put things down, I'll kick them up. So I started with this study desk in the dark brown because I liked the wood grain look of it that I could then match with the trees, with the wood stools and stuff like that. Then a lot of this one is just putting down book items. So I've got the stack of books, I have the lost item as well. If you ever want to keep back one of the books that your villagers might drop, I think they look amazing for stuff like this. As I do the build, I sort of start to hide it in the trees more and more because I wanted it to be quite secluded. Again, I've gone with the mush lamps because they're so cozy. You could also use a candle to have it like a candle lit nighttime thing. I feel like my island is always way too windy and that a candle would never stay on. Keeping it really natural, I've put down this yellow leaf pile. You could use the green one, the red one, we have a leaf pile for every season. Or the cherry blossom petals as well could look really pretty, especially at this time of year. I've gone for the same sort of white and red flowers because I already had them in my pockets, I'm not gonna lie. But any flowers would look great. Rover's briefcase is another item that I think looks really nice with builds like this because the rich warm browns really match everything else, but also it's a very unique item. We don't really have anything else like it, so especially with all the patterns on it, it adds a little bit more intrigue to the area. You can throw in some butterfly models, some bug models to like make it a bit more dynamic. You could throw more books on the floor. You could put your villager's photo there or have it as like a garden for your villager if that's the way you wanted to go. I think this would look really cute as a garden for a villager. I also think it's really easy to customise to any theme. For example, if you wanted to make this more of a fairy core one, where I've got the baby cedar trees, you could have that as the baby hardwood trees and have them in cherry blossom season. You could have, like I said, the cherry blossom petal pile, you could have pink fluffy flowers, you could drop the wand on the floor, you could have fairy circles and more mush items and star frags. Or if you had a kid core island, you could put like a homework set down. You could have like a pattern that's colouring pencils, you could use really bright coloured seats. I think it's very versatile. The fourth idea I have for you when it comes to decorating small spaces is a laundry area. This is one that looks especially good on the rocks that you have down the sides or at the back of your beaches. I think it's a good idea for a smaller one as well because they can be really difficult to decorate. Or by the rivers as well, or a waterfall depending on how you've decorated your island. So I've just made up the washing line, the washing basket and a bucket. Other than that, I don't feel like you need too many items to emphasise that it's a laundry area. I also have this incredible umbrella pattern that is made to look like a laundry basket. This honestly might be the most convincing one yet. I am like blown away. On the mush log, I've just placed some white socks just to make it look like there's even more laundry spilling out. You could go further with this and put other clothes down if you wanted to as well. But I really like how the socks actually lie down. I then just went and grabbed a mush lamp just to give it some lighting. Depending on where you have this on your island, you might not need any extra lighting. It's very much like, here's a rough idea, tailor make it to however you fancy. This one's also really easy to fit in tiny spaces because you could really strip it down to just the laundry basket and the washing basin with the border net. Like you could really have it fit any size space that you needed to. You could have a full-blown laundry operation with the washing machines and stuff if that's how you wanted to do it. But yeah, there is our fourth one. Our fifth and final one is a fairy area. A fairia, if you will. So sorry. For this one, I've grabbed out the doll houses because they are so small and cute and they look perfect for this sort of thing. I have some floral patterns I've just thrown on the floor that I already had, and I went and got a couple of the fairy ring patterns because they look great, especially like around the mush lamps or the smaller mush stools as well. I feel that a lot of the magic of a fairy area can really come from the patterns that you use and the lighting that you use. So these fairy circles that I've put on the floor, I've then put a mush lamp in, or I've put a star fragment clock in. You could also use nova lights, you could just drop star frags as well for different sizes of them. The mush parasol looks really cute here as well. I really enjoy that. I've really stuck with the pink theme for this one, apart from I didn't have a second pink dollhouse, so for show's sake I've just used this orangey one. I've then put more nova lights here and there to I really wanted this area well lit, but all with very soft lighting. I didn't want a street light or something else that was quite harsh. The new Bunny Day items we got are so pretty, and I think this Bunny Day tree looks perfect on Fairy Court Islands. It literally looks like a wishing tree. I couldn't not include it in this little build. I think it's so pretty. I then again just went with the tiny baby trees, especially these little ones in cherry blossom season. They look like candy floss on a stick and it fits so well in Fairy Court. Of course, I just went and got some more flowers. I got some pink and white fluffy ones to just jazz it up a little bit, make it a bit more fairy-esque. This is another one you could make a whole huge area if you wanted, on different levels, have tiny waterfalls and stuff. Or you could just have a little hideaway within a forest that's got a fairy circle, a couple of houses that you shouldn't have found it. There's a lot of ways you could do this. I had a lot of fun making this one. For someone who doesn't usually do fairy builds, I thought this one was really fun. I hope you enjoyed these builds, give you some ideas to put in your smaller areas that might be a little abandoned. I thought it'd be fun to do something that's a little bit different and isn't just picnic spots and trees. No hate, I do the same, but I wanted to do something a bit different. I hope this inspires you for your own islands. As always, thank you for watching, and thank you so much for 200 subscribers as well. I actually missed it with being quite ill over the past week, so I haven't actually mentioned it till now, but thank you, the support has been absolutely incredible. I hope you enjoyed this video of 5 ideas of what to build in the smaller areas of your island. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, if there's anything you might be implementing. If you ever do get inspired by my videos or streams or anything like that, feel free to tweet anything you build at me. It's @lettuceleaf on Twitter. All my socials, as usual, will be linked in the box down below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, like if you liked it, all that jazz. I will see you in the next one. Bye!